Now, with gyms remaining closed, high intensity interval training, or HIIT, has taken the world by storm. The beauty of this type of training is you're going to get bang for your buck. You're going to get time efficiency and convenience. It can be performed anywhere. Now, with this type of training, the risks associated with executing movement patterns poorly means that you may increase your susceptibility to certain injuries, including neck pain, low back pain, or shoulder pain. So the following technical faults that I'll work through are common mistakes that people make with some of these key foundation movement principles, and we'll work through how to correct them and what to practice before you get into your high intensity interval. So some common technical faults that are made with the standard push-up. I'll take you through a couple of these now. So if we get into push-up position, one of the most common things that people can do with their lower back is to let it sag or let their hips sag towards the floor. Okay, so that can put unnecessary strain on the lower back and the front of the hips. So we need to make sure we stay in a nice neutral back position. The next common mistake people can make is they can get too rounded into their upper back. Okay, and this can put a bit of strain and tightness through that mid-thoracic area. Another common thing people make with their shoulder blades is they tend to wing. So if they feel the inside border of their shoulder blade, it's lifting off their chest wall. Okay, we need to make sure we keep our shoulder blades nice and flat against the chest wall. And then the other area that people can go wrong early is going too low too soon. So if you're just starting push-ups, you need to build up into depth, okay? So you might start half range and come back up. People go too low, it can cause increased strain and pressure across the front of the shoulder joint. And the final mistake that people make with the neck is they get into a forward head position. So they let their head and chin poke down rather than keeping it nice and tucked. Some common errors that we see on a simple squat pattern. So if I turn side on, so what people can tend to do that can put increased stress into the lower back or into the mid back is as they squat, they have a large arch in their back, okay? And their ribs can flare up. So we need to make sure as we go into that squat, we're not sitting too far back with our hips, we're keeping a bit of pelvic tuck and we're keeping our back straight, all right? We're not letting our ribs pop up into a flared position, okay? You see here I'm sharing equal weight between my knee and hip. I'm not too far back into my hip, but then again, I'm not too far forward into my knees, okay? So straight back, neutral spine, equal amount of load through the knee and hip. I'm going to get all the muscles working together. If we take a front-on view of that, one of the common errors from the front that we see is people can go into a squat and let their knees collapse in. And this can put a bit of increased pressure in through that kneecap joint. So we endeavour to get people to squat with their knees tracking over their second and third toes. Some errors that we might see on an overhead press movement. So as we come up into shoulder elevation above 90, some people tend to pop through their ribs and their lower back, so extending their lower back to get the weight over their head. So this is going to put a lot of strain through that low back and mid back area. Can also put a bit of strain on the rotator cuff and the shoulder. So when we're lifting overhead, we've got to make sure that we've got a weight that we're able to lift with keeping a good spinal position and not trying to hike it up with our back. The other area that we need to focus on is the neck, so not getting a chin poke, but keeping that chin tucked in as we press the weight overhead, so we don't put any strain on the base of the neck.